Hi, my fourth graders, welcome back. This is lesson 10.3, fractions and decimals. Our target is to write tenths and hundredths as equivalent fractions and decimals. Okay, when you learn equivalent fractions, what do you remember? Yes, anything you do to denominator, you have to do to numerator. Okay, that's what equivalent fraction is. Okay, so remember that. Alright, now let's move on, guys. Plot each fraction or decimal on a number line. So 3/10. So this is split it into what? 10 pieces. Okay, now 3. You need to do how many jumps? 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. That's what? 3/10. Okay, well, what about 30 over 100? Okay, which is what? This is represents what? Yes, 10 each. Okay, so 10, 20, 30. So that's what? 30 over hundreds. Okay, now decimal. 0 to 1 whole, right? It is split into 10 pieces. So 1, 2, 3 tenths. And here same. 1, 2, 3, right? 3 tenths. I mean, that's, okay, so let's say 10, 20, 30 hundredths, sorry. Okay, so I want you to take a look at this. This is all what? Equal. Okay, equal line. All right, now that means what? This is equivalent fraction and decimals. They're all equal. So here, 3 over 10 is equal to what? 30 over 100. You got it? And 0.3 is equal to 0.30. I'm going to tell you why. Because when you multiply 10 times 10, anything you do to denominator, do to numerator is 30 and 100. Same as here. So here, 100 divided by 10 is what? 10. Anything you do to denominator, you have to do to numerator. 30 divided by 10 is what? 3. So they are same. What? 3 over 10 is equal to what? 30 over 100. Make sense? Okay. So since they are equal, the fraction has to be equal too because we use what? Tenths and hundredths. Same. Okay? So please keep that in your mind so you can just play around. Okay? So whether you have, okay, 3 over 10 is equal to what? 30 over 100 is equal to what? 300 over 1000 is equal to what? 3000 over 10,000. Make sense? Because when you multiply 10 by 10, they're all the same. Okay? Anything you do to denominator, you have to do to numerator. Continues. Okay? So I am giving you easier way. So look at this. Since we've done this many extra work, I'm going to tell you why I showed you more extra work. Because look at this. You're gonna learn this later, but you can erase same amount of zero because we can divide by the same number. Okay, that's the key. So here you can erase 2 zeros. You see that? It remains what? 3/10, 3/10, and 3/10. That's it. So it doesn't matter how many zeros are behind, but if you erase the same amount of zeros, you are going to have equivalent fraction. Okay? That is why we are not putting this many zeros, not necessarily. Okay? So if there is no necessary, we are not putting this 0 after decimal. Okay? Even, because we know this 0.3, look at this 10, right? Is equal to what? 0.30 is equal to what? 0.300. So they are not needed to have zeros after decimal point, okay? Unless we are talking about money, because we are using what? Cents, right? And we are using hundreds when we count pennies or dimes, okay, to make $1, okay, we can use what? 10 cents, which is what? Okay, $0.10, okay? Unless money, we are not gonna put a zero after this decimal point, okay? All right, so if you don't get it, don't worry, this is not your level yet, okay? Just I wanted to make you exposed to a little bit higher advanced lesson. But if some of you guys understood, that's okay, because that's way simpler, okay, to think how to make the equivalent fraction and decimal, okay? All right. So the reasoning. What do you notice about the locations of the points? Oh, we already did it, right? They have what? Same line, which means same line up, okay? We can say that lined up. Okay, what can you conclude about the numbers? The numbers are all equal, okay? So we can say the locations of the points line up, and then we can say the numbers are equal. Okay, let's move on for the example. Write 6/10 as hundredths in fraction form and decimal form. So this is what tens place, right? Tenths, but then they wanna make a equivalent fraction into what? Hundredths, which is what? You need to multiply by 10 to make hundredths. Okay, so anything you do to denominator, you have to do to numerator, and it becomes 60 over 100. Okay, and decimal form is also what? 1 to 0.60. Okay, just keep that in your mind, and let's go ahead, okay, for this explanation. So fraction form. Okay, shade a model to help write 6/10, okay, as an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 100. Okay, so they shaded already. So 6 over 10 is equal to what? 6 times 10 and 10 times 10. This is what we did to make what? Equivalent fraction to make hundredths. Okay, so it becomes 60. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We need to shade. Oops. Okay. All right. So 6 over 10 or 6/10 is equal to what? 60 hundredths. Okay. And in decimal form, use the place value chart. Okay. So we have what? 6 in tens place. And we have 0 in hundredths place. Okay. So this is going to be what? 0.60. All right. That's what we did in here already, up there. Okay, is equal to what? 0.60 is equal to what? 0.6. Okay, think 6/10 is the same as 6/10 0 hundredths. Okay, here saying that's what they're saying, 6/10 and 0 in hundredths. Okay, two or more decimals that have the same value are what? Equivalent decimals. Same as what? Equivalent fractions. Okay, so example, write 0.4 as tenths now, 0.40 as tenths. So this is what? In fraction, this is 40 over what? 100, because we have what? Hundredths. Okay, 40 hundredths. Now to make it tenths is what? Divide by 10 to make tenths. Okay, so it becomes what? 4 over 10. But we know, I told you, easier way we know already, which is what? Erase same amount of 0. And this is becomes what? 4 over 10. Okay, that's it. In decimal form and fraction form. Okay, decimal form is what? 1, okay, going backward, 0.4. Okay, now use the place value chart. Okay, now we have 4/10 right here, and then 0 hundredths. So 0.40 is equivalent to what? 4 tenths. So 0.40 is equal to what? 0.4. Okay, fraction form. 0.40 is 40 hundredths or 40 over 100, right? Write 40 over 100 as an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 10, which means what? We are simply dividing that into 10, okay? Which is what? 40 divided by 10 is 4, and 100 divided by 10 is 10. So 0.40 becomes what? 0.4. I explained already, right, in the beginning, so it shouldn't be hard. All right, number 1, show and grow. Write write 9 tenths, okay, as hundredths in fraction form and decimal form. All right, so now this as hundredths, that means what? You are multiplying by 10, okay, which is what? 90 over 100. Okay, and what about in decimal form? Is equal to what? 1, 2, boom, 0, 0.90. Oh, I did this to show you how to make this decimal, but you know what? You shouldn't leave this, okay, in your answer. So, in answer in fraction form, it has to be 90 hundredths, okay? All right, now here, write 0.20. Okay, this is what? 20 over 100. And how many 0 we are going to erase? 1 each. So it becomes what? It is equivalent to 10. That's it. Okay, as tenths. Yep, that's what we did in decimal form and fraction form. So 2 tenths is equal to what? 1 0 backward, 0.2. That's it. Now do it yourself and come back when you're done with your problem and check your answers with mine. And if you have any question or if you didn't get it, please put star mark on it and I will go over with you, okay? All right, number 3. Okay, write the number as tenths in fraction form and decimal form, okay? So we are going to convert that, okay? Equivalent fraction, erase 1 each. That easy, right? We know the shortcut. And then decimal is what? 0.8. Okay, erase 1. And it becomes what? 5 tenths, and it becomes 0.5. And this is equal to what? 30 over 100. So erase 1 0 each. This becomes 10 and 0.3. It's easy, right? Simple. All right. Now write the number as hundredths, okay, in fraction form and decimal form. Okay, now all we need to do is what? Add same amount of 0 because we are going to multiply 10, right, to make hundreds. So it becomes what? 20 over 100. And decimal form, 2 zeros going backward, boom, boom, 0.20, okay? And this is what? Hundredths, right? This is same as what? 7 tenths. Now we are adding 1 zeros each because we know we multiply 10 each, right? In the denominator and numerator, and it becomes 70 over hundredths, right? We can add same amount of zeros, and also we can remove same amount of zeros. Isn't it easy and fun? I like this one, right? Because you can play around. It's equivalent to what? 0.70. Now here, we are not gonna touch this, okay, whole number part, but we are just gonna add zeros into this, okay? Because we know what? 1 times 10 is 10, 10 times 10 is 100, okay? So it's gonna be what? In fraction form, 2 and 10 hundredths. In decimal form, going backward 2 times, boom, boom, and then we have 2 ones, right? And then 10. Okay, now number 9. Write the number represented by the point as hundredths in fraction form and decimal form. Okay, it says what? Hundredths. Okay, now this is one whole. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. So now here we got this. This is what? 4 over 10, right? Because this is split into 10 equal parts. And point B is what? 9 and 9 over 10. And point C is what? You have one whole already. And what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 over 10. Okay? Alright, so we just got it, but then we need to write it as what? Hundreds in fraction form and decimal form. So simply you are going to add what? 1 zeros each. That easy, right? And that's what? 40 over 100. This is 0.40. And B becomes what? Oh, its position is already here, so I'm not gonna rewrite it. But this is equal to what? 0.90. All right, this is, I'm gonna rewrite it. 1 and 50 hundredths, which is what? Going backward 2 times, boom, boom, and then put the decimal point and 1.50. That's it. All right, now number 12. I was debating when I was looking at this question, should I go over it or not? Because this is, okay, I'm not gonna say that. Let's go over. Okay, yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so here, mixed number, you need to complete the table. And then you gotta think that can all of the numbers in the table be written as hundreds? Okay, that's the question. Okay, why not? We'll see. So fraction notation, guys. Okay, here, and this is what? We know this is Lego, right? Mixed number is what? 23. Oops, why I'm writing 33? Okay, Lego, I said, right? Just you can add them all together and put them together like 23 and 7 tenths. Okay, decimal 23.7. Okay, now decimal notation is what? 20 plus 3 plus. Okay, we got it. This is what? 0.7. Okay. Oh, that card is surprising that here. Wow. Fractions and decimals can be written in expanded form, just like 156 can be written as what? 100 plus 50 plus 6. Yes, expanded form. Okay. Now this is the clue, guys. We gotta find out the exact number or fraction notation. Okay, so here we got the decimal notation, which means what? 10 plus 8 becomes 18. And what's the decimal? Okay, 0.2. You got it? And mixed number. We know this, 18 ones and what? 2 tenths. You got it, right? And now we are going to put this fraction, mixed number, into what? Fraction notation, which is what? 10 plus 8 plus 2 tenths. Okay? Now, mixed number is what? 4 and 5 tenths. Okay, decimal form. Okay, we can move backward by 1 time because it has only 1 0, right? In that here 5 tenths, right? So 4.5 is the answer for decimal. And then what about the fraction notation? Yes, let's put them separate. Okay, detach. 4 plus what? 5 over 10. All right. Now here decimal notation. Okay, so 4 plus what? 0.5, because this 5 is what? Tenths. Okay, so now 10.4 is what? 10 ones plus what? Yes, 4 tenths. Okay, now fraction notation is what? 10 plus 4 tenths. And decimal notation goes here, 10 plus 0.4. All right. We spend some time in here. Okay. All right. Last page. Example. You use 100 tiles to make a mosaic. Okay. Now 80 of them are square tiles. Your friend uses 10 tiles to make a mosaic. 6 of them are square tiles. Do the mosaic have the same fraction of square tiles? Now let's find out. Find the fraction of square tile. Okay, in use. Okay, now how many fraction tiles are there? How many tiles are there total? Yes, 100 tiles. And how many square tiles are there? We read it was 80, right? and find the fraction of square tiles your friend uses. Okay, your friend uses what? 10. Hold on. Oh, hold on. So total number of fraction tile your friend used was what? Your friend used 10 tiles to make mosaic, and 6 of them are square tiles. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, to make it clear. Okay, I'm gonna read it again. So your friend uses what? 10 tiles to make a mosaic, but out of 10, 6 of them are square tiles. So 6 over 10, okay? So now determine whether the fractions are equivalent, okay? We know already when you erase the same amount of zeros or add same amount of zeros, they're all equivalent fraction, right? Okay, so here 8 over 10 and 6 over 10, they are not equal, okay? But anyway, let's move on. Write your friend's fraction as hundreds in fraction form, okay? Okay, now your friends is what? 6 and 10, okay? 6 over 10. 6 over 10 times 10 is what equal to 60 over 100. That's what we did in here, right? Just simply add the same amount of zeros because we know if we multiply 100, you are going to add 2 more zeros. If you are multiplying 10, then you are going to add 1 zero, right? Yes. So let's make it simple. All right, so now let's compare 80 over 100 and 60 over 100. Are they same? Are they equal? No. So the mosaic do not have the same fraction of square tiles, guys. Okay, so you guys need to do what? Multi-steps in here because you need to find out and compare. Okay, find out the equivalent fraction and then compare them. Okay, now number 13. You use 10 beads to make a bracelet. 7 of them are purple here. Okay, and your friend uses 100 beads to make a bracelet. 70 of them are purple. Okay, now do the bracelets have the same fraction of purple beads? Let's see. You use what? 10 total, and then 7 of them are what? Purple. Okay, and your friend made what? 100 beads, and then 70 of them are purple. Are they equivalent? Are they same? What do you think? Yes, they're same because we know any if we add same amount of zeros, they are still equivalent fraction. Or you can erase same amount of zeros. Okay, that's what equivalent fraction is. So now 7 over 10 is equal to what? 70 over 100. So the answer is what? Yes. Alright, number 14. The model represents the types of trees on a tree farm. What portion of the tree farm is blue spruce, Fraser fir, white pine? Write your answers as decimals in tenths. Okay, let's go ahead. Decimals in tenths. Okay, so now here, blue spruce. Let's count. This is what? 1, 2, 20 plus what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And 10, 20. Okay, so 20 plus 20 is what? 40. Okay, so now blue spruce is what? 40 out of what? 100, right? And then let's count for the Fraser fir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 times 8 is what? 40. Okay, so 40 over 100 again. Now here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4 is what? 20. White pine is what? 20 over 100. But they were asking us to write answers as what? Decimals in tenths. So we know we can simply erase same amount of what? Zeros. So this is going to be what? 4 tenths. And it's going to be 4 tenths. It's going to be 2 tenths. And same as what? 0.4, 0.4, 0.2. All right. That's it. So now, if you have any questions, please leave. Please not leave leave any comments. Okay, please put star mark on it, and then when I'm going over, you can ask me a question. All right. I will see you guys a little bit later, but then this homework for today is what? 461 and 2. Okay? I will see you soon. Bye bye.